It's safe to say that one of the most popular aspects of this year's Park to Prem has been the away days. I've loved them, you guys have loved them, and over the course of the save game, it adds a whole new dimension to the progress we make on and off the pitch, as we kind of see ourselves go from seeing park benches to seeing bungee jumping, and various other things that may or may not feature later on in this video. And to commemorate the end of Park to Prem, I thought, what better way to celebrate things than a look back at my top 10 rated away days of the series. So here they are. In the event of tiebreakers, I picked out my personal favourites in the ordering. I'll let you guys be the judge. This video is longer than I realised it was going to be. It's a movie-like experience, so get some popcorn, get comfy. Let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? It's time for Jack Does an Away Day. I really need a jingle or something for this point in the video, don't I? A jingle or an intro or something that's a nice transition. I'm not musically inclined. I'm going to make a jingle at some point. It'll probably be rubbish and you'll never see it. But let's just go. I mean, why need transitions when you can just do an awkward throw over like this? I've had a very awkward moment in Jack Does an Away Day because I went to Concord Rangers and started talking about it. Was very confused by the fact it's in a field. Turns out this is the wrong Concord Rangers. The Concord Rangers we're taking on are over, well, in the east. Now, for people wondering, where are we actually going today, Jack? The question is, we're heading to Canvey Island, and we're heading here to Concord Rangers, which, from the looks of it, is next to a trailer park. Is this a trailer park? Either that, or tents, maybe? Or there's just a really uninventive architect selling mini houses, or whatever those tiny houses are called. Now, it doesn't look like we have any drone footage available today, but we can go onto Thames Road, next door to the stadium, and we are in the right place, and big thank you to our NHS. Amen to that. I can confirm it is next door to a trailer park. Do you reckon the people who own these trailers and these houses, you know, they rent them out? Why do they not have windows on the side? If I lived in one of these, I'd be cutting out a window so I can watch all the matches for free. I mean, it's not the grandest pantheon we've ever played at, but I quite like it as a stadium. You know, you've got the whatever this is, water treatment next door, the stadium itself, I mean, it's got some seats. I could probably sit here and count them all. Not a lot of seats, mind you. If you're wondering, £12 for an adult, £3 for children. If you live near Canvey Island, go watch Concord Rangers play. That's a bargain. I'll tell you what, they really are just trying to tick off the work the space bingo card here. They've got picnic benches, and they've got a proper car park with painted lines. I'll tell you what, I'm in heaven. I feel like this stadium is the perfect amalgamation of everything that I love. Picnic benches, proper car parking, a nice stadium with, you know, a little bit of a unique quirk being next to a trailer park, and the thank you NHS sign. And whilst it doesn't have a bowling alley or mini golf, it doesn't need any of that. I'm giving Canvey Island's ground an 8 out of 10. I realise that I've said Canvey Island Stadium. Do Canvey Island... There is a team called Canvey Island. Do they share a stadium? They probably don't. I've probably just got two rival teams modelled up. Okay, this is incredibly awkward. Canvey Island play at Park Lane. Concord Rangers play at the Aspect Arena. I wonder how many times I accidentally said Canvey Island during that segment. Doesn't matter, we're going to beat them today. They're irrelevant. We are going to head to the Estadio Canela El Prat and, well, see what this stadium's all about. It is in Espanyol, which I believe... Is Espanyol playing Barcelona or near Barcelona? That could be horrific misinformation. Either way, let's go do an away day and find out together. So for today's away day, we are leaving lovely Guernsey and we are heading to Barcelona, which I'm going to say, just ignore the fact the stadium shows up in recent searches. Definitely haven't already looked at where it is. Maybe I did. It's going to be very awkward now, having omitted to Googling the location of the stadium if I can't now find it. It was around here somewhere. Here is the Estadi Canela El Prat. I mean, first things first, there is a mall connected to the stadium. Oh, I hope we can do Street View in there. I actually know very little about Espanyol Football Club, so apologies to Espanyol fans out there. It's a gap in my knowledge. What can I say? What I will say is, look at this for a location. We've got football pitches next door, all kinds of other buildings which are named in Spanish, so I don't know what's in here. It's a mystery, we'll never know. And there's a lovely river. I say lovely. I mean, it's not the clearest of waters, but a bit of greenery the other side of the highway from the stadium and this shopping centre, which it appears, is it connected to the stadium? It's not connected to the stadium, but It could rival MK Dons in terms of number of shops next door to the stadium. Has just dawned on me, where is the parking? Is this parking? That can't be parking there. Where do people park to go to these shops? Is it an underground car park? It's probably underground, isn't it? I mean, there's a little bit of parking. That parking is not sufficient, is it? It must be underground. There's no other answer. Can we discuss this park? I mean, look how satisfying the grass kind of sections are. What does it draw something? Is it a shape? Is it a message? It's like crop circles. I want to go look at the park. Okay, I mean, Spain's meant to be sunny. This looks not particularly sunny. There is the stadium. Our first glimpses. We'll get there shortly. Don't mind me. I just want to look at the shopping centre. Here it is. I don't know what I was expecting. It's just some shops, isn't it? It's just shops. I mean, it's lovely, but these do exist everywhere. By the way, Red Dead Redemption 2 out now. Out October 2018. That was a little while ago, wasn't it? As if Red Dead Redemption came out 5 years ago. I'm having a crisis over here. I've clicked on a random photosphere in the mall. The Peruvian national team football fans, they've taken over here. They're on their own away day. Is this the place to come? Where are we? We're in Chicoa. Is Chicoa, do they... I guess it's a place that has chicken. That's my deduction. I almost want to click on more random photospheres here just to see if there's more fans doing away days. Where are the Peruvians? Never mind. This is just... There's just beds. I suppose we should actually focus on the stadium, shouldn't we? Okay. What is this? It's like someone's done dot to dot in the wrong order, isn't it? What are these lines? I want to go on an adventure. Where are we? We're in the stadium. Here's the past presidents of Espanyol. I mean, probably not relevant today considering we're playing Newcastle, but I like the fact they've got all their pictures on walls. Can we find out more about these people? Manuel Allende. I mean, this is turning into an educational video. What else can we see in the stadium? I don't know about anyone else. I just want to know more. Oh, we're in the... There's photospheres in the roof. Why have they allowed a guy with a 360 camera? I think this is official Street View footage. They've gone in the roof of the stadium. I mean, here is the stadium itself. It's pretty, isn't it? I don't know how to feel about the fact we're in the roof. Also, a bit scary for the guy with the 360 camera. There's no one here to accompany him. Do you reckon the Google manager's gone around wandering? No one stopped him. He looked important, so no one questioned the fact he was in Espanyol's ceiling. It looks like he's actually done a full lap of the ground. He's gone all the way around the stadium and no one has stopped him. I mean, I respect it. I bet he was wearing a high visibility vest. No one questions anyone wearing a high visibility vest. I mean, here is the stadium itself. I've never heard anyone talk about Espanyol Stadium. I do quite like it. It's not got a load of unique quirkiness about it. I mean, you're going to get a bit wet if you're sitting in the corners without the roof. But just in general, just quite a pretty football stadium. I say that, now I'm looking at it from the outside. Not quite as pretty from the outside. I respect the fact they've attempted to put some, like, greenery to make it seem prettier. Here is the entrance to the mall, by the way. It really is kind of next door. They've even got a Primark. Does the stadium look prettier on any other sides? Not really. I feel like there's a load of footage here that I've not looked at inside the stadium, but ultimately, this is one of those days where there's too much content for an away day. Sometimes I complain about away days not having enough content. On this one, you can just go behind the scenes everywhere, it seems. I mean, I literally am just now wandering around the stadium, aren't I? There's something oddly satisfying about these stair layouts as well. Is anyone else just feeling oddly satisfied? I don't know. It's very, very symmetrical. It almost looks like an illusion. You know, like the never-ending staircases. It's like that. I'm trying to find a photosphere that shows the stadium on match day, you know, maybe gives us an idea of what it's all about. I keep ending up in places like this. Where am I? Well, what is going on? This looks like... What is this? I think this away day's run its course. Okay, I have to give the Estadio Conella El Prat a review here. I mean, it's got a shopping centre next door. It's even got football pitches that we didn't even really get a chance to look at. Still wondering what's in this building, but we'll never know. The stadium itself, fan of. From the outside, not the prettiest stadium. In fact, in general, not the prettiest stadium. Lack of car parking, some of the best facilities we've ever seen on an away day. Peruvian national team fans on an away day. We will never see that group of people again, I'm almost certain. Rating for this stadium, I'm going to give it a very, very solid 8 out of 10. If it had had a car park, it might have been a 9. I've never been to Villa Park. But that's all about to change today as we head to Birmingham and as we head to Aston Villa Hall. No, I'm meant to be at Villa Park, two very different places. For those curious, here is Villa Hall. Can't tell you if this is a good day out. Villa locals, Birmingham residents. Is Villa Hall nice? I don't know. As for the stadium itself, it is one of the older stadiums in England, and it's certainly a stadium that has played host to many a game over the years. Remember, was it the FA Cup where they used to have like the semi-finals at kind of big stadiums in the north and south? Is that like a fake memory that I've kind of implanted in my brain? I feel like that used to be a thing. Am I wrong? I feel like Villa Park was used for some of those games. Was that a thing? I don't know. I got very confused for a second by the fact the corner flag was labelled. I've realised the corner flag is actually a dining area in the stadium. I was sat thinking, who has put a pin for the corner flag at Villa Park? But no, I am wrong. First impressions, there is a car park. It kind of looks like a go-kart track with the red and white bollards around the edge. You could definitely do some good racing through here. Need for Speed Underground 3 should be based in Birmingham. Compared to a lot of the modern architecture we've seen in recent away days, you have to give it to Villa Park. It does have a bit of character, doesn't it? It kind of looks like a Disneyland train station. Does anyone know the reference there? If you've been Disneyland train station, it's got that energy. I can imagine there being a train through here. I did say it was an older ground, didn't have all the details, I wouldn't be a good tour guide. It's been home since 1897, so yeah, this place has been around a while. In terms of stadiums we visited this year, this is definitely one of the more characterful ones, you know? It feels like, you can really tell it's been built up over a lot of years. There's a bit of the old, bit of the new, and good entrance. I mean, the signage could be better, but you've got lions doing fist bumps, so what more could you want? Also, I've just spotted, there's even more car parking, and the store is separate to the stadium. I'm going to stand by the Disneyland statement. This does look like a theme park store, doesn't it? With this weird kind of shapeage going on. It's very jazzy. Okay, I wanted to have a look inside the stadium. Why are there so many dots in the ground? I mean, obviously, I can't do all of these. Do people do photospheres everywhere? Oh my God, where am I? I think you can go round the entire interior of Villa Park. Should we try and do a lap? I've seen some comments recently. Jack spends too long doing the away days. Look, you can't blame me. Now we're in the big leagues. We can just go around entire stadiums. We can just wander down corridors. I feel like I'm not meant to be here. This doesn't look like a football stadium, does it? Like, from this inside bit here, would you know you're in a football stadium? Looks like an old hotel or something. I've discovered what can only be described as the Aston Villa Museum. Guess who formed the Football League? It was Aston Villa. They've got a model of their football stadium in the stadium. That, I don't want to say it's overkill, but we've not seen that before on an away day. Can I imagine if someone did Google Street View miniatures in the model? It'd be an away day within an away day. I found a new corridor to go through, so we're just going to keep adventuring. I don't want to alarm anyone. I've got lost in a staircase. How do I get out of here? If you want to go around the whole of the inside of the stadium, you can. We do actually have Football Manager to play. So here is the inside of Villa Park. It's a good stadium. There's not a lot going on beyond the football stadium itself, but in terms of actual football stadiums, I'm gonna level you. It's one of my favourite in England. Just the general appearance. It's some of the old, it's some of the new. Fantastic grass as well. Look at this. Is there anything better than perfectly cut grass? I don't think so. Also, we can just walk to the centre spot. Now I know what it's like to take kickoff at Villa Park. How do I grade this? Villa Park, great car park. That's why it's called Park, I think, because of the parking. Great stadium, great character. Nice, big, more car park. Disappointing that there's Kazoo written all over it. Villa Park away, 8.25 out of 10. For this game, we are heading to the Konya Büyükşehir Belediye Stadyumu. It's not how it's said, is it? Poor pitch condition, apparently. 37,000 seater. I have no idea how much a turkey's on Google Street View. Let's go find out together. So for today's game, we're heading to Konya. I didn't know where Konya was on a map, but good news, it's slap bang in the middle of Turkey, and it's one of the biggest cities from the looks of things. With not a whole lot in the way of green patches, this should make finding the stadium easy. I say that. I found a square bit of grass. This isn't the stadium. It's not the stadium. I mean, surely the stadium is going to be easy to spot here amongst all the roofs and stuff. Look for a square patch of grass. Scream when you've seen it. Good news, I found the stadium, and I've got to say, from the roof, it looks very, very pretty. Is it just? It looks very, very pretty. Satisfying kind of pathing around. And is this a car? Oh my word, this might be the mother of all car parks. I mean, there's not a lot of cars in the car park, but in terms of away day car parks, have we seen better? It's just so satisfying. It's all evenly spaced out. It's all just lined up nicely. I'm in love. I'm trying to work out, is this more car parking over here or just a big slab of concrete? We may never know. I mean, they've got the running track outside the stadium, a couple of football pitches next door, another smaller track. I don't know. Answers on a postcard. What is this? Why is it all blue? Also, what is this building here? I need to know more. What building are we looking at here? What is this? I can't speak Turkish. Either way, it's not where we're going today. We're going to this stadium, which might have the most satisfying roof I've ever seen. I'm going to tell you now, the car park, just as satisfying from the ground as I imagined it would be. I'm a fan, I love it. And the stadium itself, I mean, I've never seen a stadium like this. I am oddly satisfied right now. I don't know about anyone else. This is actually reminding me, there's a board game where you have to lay triangles in a grid and the triangles have like 3 colours on them and they have like a points total in the middle and you have to match up the colours. Does anyone know the board game I'm thinking of? This design reminds me of that game. Before we just inspect the car park on all sides, I can confirm it's a thing of art. Okay, I did spot plenty of dots inside the stadium. I mean, where do we begin? Let's go here. There's a cluster of dots in the stadium itself. What can we see from here? I mean, I'll tell you what. This is a blooming nice stadium. Like, I love the banners hanging down. I guess this is maybe different years where they've won the Turkish league. That's what I feel like it should be anyway. Got the Turkish flag. The seats. Not only have they got, like, you know, the name of the club and stuff, they've got like a few of the trophies they've won. They have the insignia thing from the club badge itself. Am I getting crazy, or is this one of the nicest stadiums we've been to? I mean, I guess this is a press area here. You've got TVs in front of you, tables which have the club badge on them, and then they've just got like a nice blanketed kind of, I guess these like executive seats with cushions and stuff. I mean, I'm not being funny. How do I get a seat here to watch a game of football? Because this just seems like heavenly. Here is the stadium on match day. I mean, it feels intimidating. There's a few empty seats, but you know what? It could be way before kickoff. The stadium, I absolutely love it. I love the design from the outside. The roof looks cool. I love all the banners hanging around the edge. I even love the floodlights, so they've just kind of got them around the roof on either side. Am I an easy man to please? Also, is that the biggest bench you've ever seen? Like, how many subs are you having here? Like 20? I don't think it's hyperbolic to say that this Konyaspor Stadium might be my favourite stadium inside the stadium we've been to. Like, it looks just wicked. The only downside, not a load of stuff going on the outside besides the car park and the mystery building and the running tracks. But I don't like running tracks. I don't like running. Are all stadiums in Turkey like this, or is this one of the nicer stadiums? I don't know. Either way, I have to give this an away day score. The stadium itself, for me, it could be a 10 out of 10. I love the aesthetic, I love the feel, but not everything on the outside is, you know, super top notch. There's no bungee jumping. What do I give it? The Konya Büyükşehir Belediye Stadyumu, not said that correctly at all. I think this might be one of my favourite stadiums for the stadium itself. Outside a little lacking, but don't knock it. I think 8 out of 10. I think that is a very 8.25 out of 10. You know what? Deserves an extra quarter, I've decided. Now, Milton Keynes is a weird place because it was like my understanding at least was it was like a purpose-built city and kind of built from scratch. As a result, it's a bit kind of American City-like in layout where it's all gritty. And of course, the football team itself, somewhat controversial origins. They were originally Wimbledon FC, then they were relocated to Milton Keynes by the owners, and obviously, as a result of that, AFC Wimbledon was born. So, for a lot of people in England, they kind of represent things that aren't so good. Also, why is Build-A-Bear Workshop being advertised here? This is not an advert. Why are they square? Why is that standing out? Where's the football ground? I've got too many questions. I mean, you'd think in an area that's perfectly gridly laid out, it'd be easy to find the stadium, and in fact it is. And because this area is so purpose-built, the Stadium MK is just, like, not integrated into the city at all. It's just its own place, but, and I hate to give them credit for this off the bat, it's a very strong car park, folks. Now, someone recently did mention in the comment section, Jack, instead of fixating on car parks, can we not look at the infrastructure of the area, the public transport links and all that good stuff? Look, you can't compare bus stops and train stops with this. This is art. I've got a question. What is the Marshall Arena that is attached to the stadium? I'm curious. I've gone inside the Marshall Arena. I guess they do like exhibits here. When it said arena, I was thinking like a gladiatorial battlefield. This is not quite as cool. I mean, in terms of Jack Dozen away days, this might be the most dots I've ever seen on a football stadium in our own league. I mean, we're just going to go to the one in the middle immediately, and apparently this is what you'd see at the centre circle at the Stadium MK. Who doesn't label their labels correctly on the map? I'm a little bit concerned now that every single one of these dots is just not actually a picture of the stadium. I mean, what is this a picture of? Is the stadium even real, or is it just a big hotel with loads of empty rooms? I've got questions. I'm on about the 10th dot now that I've dropped in. I'm just advertising the Hilton hotels here, aren't I? I mean, Hilton Hotel in Milton Keynes. If you want to give me a free room, it'd be appreciated. Oh my word, folks. How did I not notice this sooner? There is a Papa John's pizza in the stadium. Can we go look at the Papa John's? This is not the Papa John's, but it's a hotel room connected to the football stadium. What is going on here? I can't work out if this is the greatest thing ever or a crime. Like, the box for the stadium is a hotel room. How much do these rooms cost? Also, I've just learned I can actually click around to get... Can I leave the room? No, I can't. I'm trapped. I can't leave the room. This is the worst point-and-click adventure ever. I mean, I know MK Dons don't have a load of fans, right? But surely one fan at some point took some pictures of the stadium. Thank you, Mr. Matt Cross. I mean, in terms of stadiums, it falls victim of the thing I've mentioned before where... It's a bit of a soulless kind of... It's beautiful, it's a nice stadium, but it's a bit soulless. It doesn't have that character, it doesn't have that age. They have got screens in the corner and they are just a big hotel room. Does that work in their advantage or not? I'm not sure. Also, what is this? Why is there lines here? Like, is this like so if there's, I don't know, a free kick here that can do the wall immediately? I mean, I assume it's like hockey or something's been going on. Either that or they just play a different version of football here in Milton Keynes. I do feel like whilst we're here, we might as well have a look at the stadium from the outside. And I'll be honest with you, it is a nice ground from the outside. But then again, everything about Milton Keynes just feels a bit false. Oh my word, there's Papa John's here as well. An offer I can't turn down. They're goddamn right, I want pizza now. I mean, there's a Marks and Spencer. There's literally just shops everywhere. Is there mini golf? Is there any mini golf? There's a Topshop, Costa and Oasis. I want mini golf or bowling. Do they have mini golf or bowling? There's a Nando's. That's lots of points. If you know me, you know I like Nando's. Hold the phone, folks. Hold the phone. There's an Odeon. There is an Odeon cinema here. Now, do they have a bowling alley? No one has ever been this excited to explore Milton Keynes, have they? Let's be honest, right? I mean, they've got a TGI Fridays. Where's the bowling? There's a Macca's. They have everything here. They've even got a KFC that they've painted to match the stadium. I know I meant to hate Milton Keynes Football Club and MK Dons, but this is a very strong away day. Even the car park we can just explore and then the expanse of it. I mean, look at this. I mean, let's be honest. On match days, I assume it's better filled than this, but oh my word, I'm in my element. I mean, I'll level with you. I've now done a full lap of the stadium and I'm still noticing new stuff. There probably is a bowling alley here. If there isn't, there probably will be one in the next decade. Look, like I said going into this segment, I know I'm meant to hate MK Dons. I don't like the idea of football teams just being able to relocate, you know, take on a new identity. Milton Keynes as a place as well. Like, it's just weird. It's like it's been built in city skylines, which I kind of find satisfying, but it's not very English. With the grids and stuff. It was kind of designed, I believe, purpose-built to be like this optimal space with all these kind of different ideas. I think I studied it when I was like 14 years old in a geography class. Wish I paid more attention now. Either way, I mean, the car parking, fantastic. The McDonald's and KFC matching the stadium, top tier. They've got a cinema. They've got a Nando's. There's a lot to like here, folks, and it leaves me conflicted. I mean, on the one hand, Scumbag Football Club. On the other hand, they have hotel rooms that connect to the stadium. I'm worried I'm going to get dislikes for this. The MK Stadium, or the Stadium MK, I mean, lose a point for that. 8.5 out of 10. It's up there with York. And I feel upset myself that I'm giving it that higher a score. So for today's away day, we are heading to Barnet, which is in West London. Yesterday, I said Dagenham was in West London. No, that's in East London, definitely. And I believe Barnet is somewhere around here. Barnet is a big borough. Where is the Barnet Stadium? It's around here somewhere. Okay, look, I wasn't a million miles away. It's near a Lidl, of course. There's Lidls everywhere. There is a Lidl invasion taking over. And here we have the Hive London, which is Barnet's football stadium, which if we look at satellite view, it looks like they've got solar panels. So give them a point for the solar panels immediately, and I can see a good car park. Can we go anywhere near the stadium? There's no roads nearby that we can go on, but there are some spheres here. Can we actually... Can we go on these? Do any of these work? Hello? Why are none of these working? Can I... If I try every single one, one's got to work... Okay, one's got to work eventually, he says. I guess this is a training ground and the stadium is over there. Can we go near the stadium? Okay. Maybe we can. So we have the stadium here. They've got lovely little, facilities next door to the stadium itself. Can I actually go down the stairs? Oh my word, I can. Good car park. Club shop. Wait, can we go in the club shop? Oh my word. Get me in there. I want to see more. What have we got on sale? Barnet. Great kit. Good, strong kit. It's probably outdated at this point. This is from 2015. The Barnet 2015 kit was a banger. I couldn't click on the spheres on the overview bit, but can I just keep moving inside? Oh my, we can keep going. Where are we here? We're in a lounge. This is the Hive Fitness Centre. They've got a pool table. Can we get a view of the pitch? Oh my word. I feel like I'm on an actual stadium tour here. Does anyone else feel like they're on a stadium tour? What have we got condiment-wise? We've got mayonnaise, vinegar, mustard. Tommy K is there as well. I can see some brown sauce too. I'll tell you what, this could be heaven. Can I maybe go through here and have a look? Is it... Wait, I found the changing rooms. Okay, this is the home changing rooms. Very, very shiny. They're not revealing any tactics ahead of the game. Can we go in and review the showers? Okay. How tidy are the Barnet toilets? We're not in the toilets anymore. We're going out onto the pitch. This is like I'm fully simulating the match day now. I'm going out the dugout and we're onto the Hello Turf. I mean, look at this. It's not a massive stadium, but it's a nice little modern stadium. I'm a very big fan. Barnet, you've got a cool ground. Can I go take a kickoff? Oh my word, I actually can. I'm living out. I feel like I'm actually a football manager right now. I mean, not the managers stand here. Can I go in the dugout? Where is the dugout? Okay, look, if I'm going to be hypercritical, not the best dugout I've ever seen. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fine, but I like dugouts, the little roofs over the top of them and stuff. It feels more proper. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm just wondering if I can go anywhere else that I didn't go before. Where are we now? If Barnet do stadium tours, I really am stealing away their income by just going on this tour myself, although I suppose you could just view it yourself on Google. Okay, we can actually look from where the dugout is. This the dugout bit? This is the dugout. I'll tell you what, I feel like I've been on a little adventure around Barnet's ground here. I reckon it'd be good for a game of hide and seek. In terms of away days, very, very strong. Not loads of exciting facilities around the edges, but I am a big, big fan of this stadium, and also the fact that we could do so much of a tour. So, you know what? The Hive London, I'm going to give you a solid 8.5 out of 10. I know, it's a big score. Not got a cinema, not got mini golf though, so I couldn't give it any closer to a 10. It's not York City, but then nowhere ever is. I've never actually been to the new Tottenham ground, but I used to live down the road from the old stadium. For people who are wondering, I used to live on Silver Street, which is not the nicest area in London, let's put it that way. But here we are. Here is the Tottenham Stadium. I can find it right away because I used to go through here on the train every day on my way home. Tottenham Stadium, of course, state of the art, very, very nice. I'm now wondering, if we go on Street View, will we be able to see White Hart Lane as well as the new stadium? I'm very, very confused by the lines here. I'm wondering, did someone drive through the stadium? Or is this where the old ground used to kind of not be? And, this is White Hart Lane as it was. And the answer is, it's White Hart Lane as it was. Does that, can we, this is the old state. I feel like we're going back in time, everyone. This is from 2010. Here is what used to be here. I feel like we have to do this very quickly. White Hart Lane in all its glory. I mean, look, it was an older stadium at the time. It probably was due to be knocked down and rebuilt. I'm thinking if I click enough here, we will eventually get to a point where the stadium just suddenly changes. Maybe if I go this way and turn around. That's bizarre, isn't it? As a site, here is the new stadium. I think it's safe to say it is an improvement. I mean, this stadium is absolutely mad. It's one of the most expensive stadiums, I believe, ever built. A ridiculous state-of-the-art thing. I've heard, and if anyone's been to Tottenham season ticket holders, hear me out. I think they fill the beer, cups up through like a tap through the bottom of the cup. I watched a YouTube video once on it at 3 AM. That really is a mood, isn't it? How weird is this as a site? You can look at this street view here from 2015. And if I just click once backwards and turn around, there's just a new stadium. I mean, the real question is there drone footage or anything from the inside? The good news is there's dots absolutely everywhere. You know what? We'll just go to the centre circle immediately, or at least what's labelled as the centre circle. I mean, look at this. This stadium is rather big, isn't it? Found some drone footage as well. I mean, look at this. It's pretty, isn't it? I know I like to complain about the kind of modern copy and paste stadiums. This is one of those stadiums that is kind of... It's one of a kind. Also, you can go on the... Can you just go on the roof? Can I go on the roof of this state? How do I make this happen? I'm not a Tottenham fan, but if any friends or family are watching, I'd like to be taken on the roof of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for my birthday. Thank you. I mean, the tricky thing is, how do I realistically compare stadiums like this to some of the stadiums we did at the start of the series? I feel like I really should have put more thought into the scale and what makes a good stadium. Speaking of what makes a good stadium, I have not spotted a car park. I mean, the car park's probably underground, but if I can't see it on Google Street View, I don't think it can be part of the review. I figured since we did it for some of the other stadiums, we might as well do it for this one as well. Hop into Google Earth and look at this stadium. I mean, it is a pretty marvellous thing. I'll admit it, Tottenham fans, your stadium is quite good. That said, doesn't connect to a bowling alley, doesn't have a cinema in it, doesn't have mini golf connected. So can it really be as good as York? Now, I gave the York City Stadium a 9.75 rating. I'm going to give the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium a 9.5. It's a nice stadium, isn't it? Yeah, it's a good away day. Can we all agree on that? Arsenal fans aren't going to agree. I think everyone else can, though. I mean, when you look at the Liechtenstein Nation Overview screen, they have no clubs in the major club section. Not seen that before. Either way, I'm going to go and get a map and find out where the Dickens Liechtenstein is, because I don't have a Scooby. I think it's like somewhere near the Alps, north of Italy. I don't know. Let's go do the away day and find out together. Okay, this could be very heavily edited if I can't find Liechtenstein. Here's Guernsey. Where is there's Liechtenstein. Why is the text for Liechtenstein so big for an area so small? Right, so it's between Austria and Switzerland. It's actually, I mean, I guess it is technically north of Italy, but, well, it doesn't border Italy whatsoever. I mean, it doesn't seem like the biggest country in the world. It looks like it's just 2 roads, if I'm being honest. It can't be that hard to find the football stadium, can it? Also, is there Street View here? There is for one half of the place, including the Lidl. Lidl, it's been a little while since I've noticed a Lidl on an away day. I mean, I have no idea what an average road in Liechtenstein looks like. I mean, this doesn't look like a real place, does it? Let's be honest, I've dropped in a random spot. This looks like it's like from a theme park. It doesn't look real. I'm in a fairy tale. Right, where is the football stadium? Oh, I found it. I mean, I say that. It's next to the place called Addons, which I assume is the main town in Liechtenstein? I don't know. We're learning together, everyone. Quick facts. It's the capital of Liechtenstein and sits on the Rhine River near the Swiss border. The castle dates back to the 12th century. I mean, the nearby National Museum. What is in the Liechtenstein Museum? I assume Liechtenstein is known for something and I just don't know what that thing is. First things first, solar panels on the roof. Been a while since we've seen those. In terms of car parking, I mean, there is a car park. I have no idea how big this stadium is. I do quite like the car park, though. To the east, facilities, we've got a Yoga Raum Liechtenstein. It's a yoga studio. Opens at 8 AM, though, so not open as I record this video. Elsewhere, I mean, I guess these are just all the football pitches in Liechtenstein. Maybe all the different teams in Liechtenstein just play on these pitches next to the main stadium or something. I have just spotted, next to the stadium, Beach Arena Vaduz. Yeah, that's right. They've got their own designated beach volleyball area next to the stadium. That, again, is a park to Prem thirst. Now, the real question here is, can we actually look at the stadium? Okay, bad news. This side of the river, there is only dots. This side, there are roads. Can we see the stadium from the road? No, that was a long shot, wasn't it? Okay, what photospheres have we got? We've got one outside the ground. I mean, I can confirm there is a football stadium. I have seen better photospheres. Nice mountains, though. I don't want to alarm away day fans. We might be limited on options here. Although, can we have a look at the stadium? We can have a look at the stadium here. Shout out to Florian Frick. That's probably not how you say their name. 2017 they were here. They've got nets in front of this stand. Clearly, that's to stop the fans, isn't it? They've definitely got hooligans in Liechtenstein. I've heard about that, actually. Liechtenstein Ultras are something else. I mean, in terms of the actual stadium, it's quaint. It's cute, though. Just inspecting more Street View stuff around. Here are some of the Ultras, by the way. Fearful bunch in Liechtenstein. Someone knew I was coming. Street View of the car park. Here it is. It's a big car park. In terms of scenery around the car park, it's probably up there with some of the best. I do kind of want to be able to see in the actual stadium, though. Surely there's some good footage. Oh, my word. We found it. Thank you to Patrick, who did this of the Rheinpark Stadion. And I'll tell you what, oh, my word. Now, the stadium and the seats, look, they might have seen better days, and it's not like the advertising boards around the edge are covered in adverts. You know, corporate kind of greed hasn't hit Liechtenstein yet. Can we discuss the location of this stadium, though? Oh, my word. Can I just give it a good score for the location? Got the sun over the... This is very, very nice, isn't it? This is I'm going to say it now, this might be the prettiest stadium we visit all year. I kind of just want to spin around in circles and enjoy it. Is this the perfect stadium? I feel like a stadium doesn't have to be big to be perfect. All it needs is beach volleyball, yoga, and a river. I know what someone's thinking. Jack, if a little while ago, you were really criticising rivers in Parc de Prem, you know, back 10 years ago, you've changed. Look, this is the River Rhine. I think the ones I was criticising before were like the Thames. There's levels to this game. I will say now, no idea on the water quality of the Rhine. I just assume it's nice because, like, you get water from the Alps in fancy bottled format. So they must get that from the Rhine, right? This might be the long shot of all long shots. I want to see if I can view it in 3D on Google Earth. Where is it? Where are you, Liechtenstein? Here it is. No. I mean, is that the actual gradient the pitch is on? If the pitch is that hilly, I'm not sure it's suitable for play. Right, the Rheinpark Stadion. I don't quite know what to say about this ground. Probably the most beautiful place we're going to go and play a game of football all Parc de Prem. Good stadium, not the most impressive, but amazing car park, top location, yoga, beach volleyball. I mean, the only thing it's lacking is a go-kart track. People might accuse me of getting caught up in the moment of the first European away day. The Rheinpark Stadion, 9.5 out of 10. It's as close to perfection as we've got. This might be the longest distance away day we've had to do so far, at least in an episode, because we are heading to York, and I believe, I'm hoping, yeah, the new stadium's here. I do know where I'm going, it turns out. So York moved into a new stadium really recently, and good news, we've got updated Street View for it. They have a Put Stars and a Cineworld next to the football stadium. I've never seen a cinema connected to a football stadium before. I'm not one to get intimidated easily, but they have got a mural on the outside of the west stand here. Look at this. They've got some guys playing football in the snow. York Cathedral there, although, does York Cathedral really have a flat roof? Have they not finished the painting yet? Who knows? Elsewhere, there's some hand egg going on here. I think that's handball. There's a bowling alley next to the Put Masters. Oh my word. York away day might be the best away day ever. Do we have to even go and watch the football? Can I just go watch a movie, do some bowling and go mini-golf? There's a bloody water park next to the football stadium as well. If I was the real Guernsey manager and we had a York away day, the players can go play the game and manage themselves. I'm going to go play mini-golf, watch a movie, go to the water park. I've gone onto Google Earth as well. Look at this. I'm beginning to understand why they were holding a rugby ball on the outside. I guess this is also used for rugby as well as football. I'll tell you what, York City fans, big fan of your stadium. On a Jack Doesn't Away Day scale, 9.5 out of 10. I can go play my Football Manager game as a manager, go putting, go bowling, watch a cinema, go to a water park. I mean, it's a great time. Yeah, 9.75. I've upped it slightly. Okay, so it is time for another Jack Doesn't Away Day, and we're taking on Legia Gdansk. All I know is it's in Poland. I assume that Gdansk is a place. If it's not a place, I am going to have to cheat and go and Google the results. This is like a weird game of GeoGuessr. Where is Gdansk? Oh, it's up here. Okay, Gdansk. Try saying that again quickly. There's got to be a football stadium around here somewhere. I reckon satellite view might help me find it better. he says, with absolutely no confidence. Wait, there's a stadium here. That's not the right stadium, is it? Just as a refresher, this is the stadium we're looking for. It's big and yellow. I feel like this should stand out. I'm looking for a big yellow stadium. I mean, here's the thing. It could be anywhere. Okay, there's an airport here. Logically, you'd build the stadium near the airport. And maybe near the IKEA, but probably not. At what point do I admit defeat and just cheat? Because that point is going to come eventually. I'm not the most patient person in the world either. Where? It's got to be somewhere, right? It's got to be somewhere, he says, as if the stadium could just not exist. I've probably gone past it. That's the worst thing. I've probably gone past it and you're all just screaming at your monitors. Jack, how did you miss it? I don't know, I'm an idiot. I'll tell you what, we're finding lots of other stadiums. Gdansk just has loads of stadiums. I just can't find the one that's the big one. Wait, this has to be it, right? I mean, Car Park Central. Is that grass on the car park? Oh, good news, everyone. Street View went in the car park. Why did they not tarmac over the whole thing? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice. It feels like they've cut some corners there to save some money. I assume that Platny means parking. So this is now an educational video as well. I have to say, from above, the stadium looks great. Wait, there is a quad bike and ATV go-kart thing next to the stadium. Please tell me we can get a close look. Oh my word, we actually can. And it's indoors! I don't know why I'm so excited about this. So in real life, Tottenham have announced that their stadium's getting like an F1 sponsored go-karting track. And I was sad thinking, well, we're never going to get an actual go-karting track. We found one for an away day. They've got bungee jumping. No way. Can we look at the bungee jumping? There is... Is this a stadium or a theme park? I'm just sat thinking, what else is going to be around here? What else am I missing out on? Or is that all the good bits? I mean, more car parking, better quality car parking over here. There's a skate arena and other stuff. Can we have a look? Skate arena, an indoor skateboarding park connected to the stadium. And there's an outdoor bit. Oh my word. I'll tell you what, the Gdansk PGE Arena, it looks beautiful from the outside as well. It looks different. Maybe beautiful's not quite the right word. I'm trying to work out what this is. It looks like there's loads of flags around the edge. What are the flags of? The answer is nothing. I guess they just put whatever flags they want up here. So I assume for this football match, there'd be a Guernsey flag. There's also a football from the Euros. I believe this stadium was built for when Poland co-hosted the European Football Championships. Shame about the graffiti. Tigger has been here. Tell you what, that graffiti's just poo, innit? That was awful. Move on. There is more car parking. I mean, in terms of car parking, it's a strong away day. There's bungee jumping. There's go-karting. Really, at this point, we should probably care about what's in the stadium. And oh my word, has a vehicle gone in? A vehicle has gone into the stadium and we can go with it. We saw this at Chelsea. I never thought we'd see this again. I mean, maybe I'm just an easy man to please. This might be the best away day ever. Like, why has no one ever talked about this stadium? Why did no one ever big up this away day to me? Just to confirm, by the way, we can actually just do a full lap. So this is great. We're just going around every corner. These blokes, they are absolutely loving the Google Street View in the stadium. What do they host in this stadium? I assume they must do concerts and other stuff. They can't just play football here. Did Gdansk's football team actually sell out this ground? I can't get over how nice this is. It's a bit random, right? But there's like a gradient from white to yellow to green at the top. I'm feeling quite emotional. This could be one of the best away days ever. Stadium itself, good stadium. Not the best stadium we've seen, but unique, looks great. On top of that, go-karting, bungee jumping, skate park. The parking's exceptional as well. And just from the outside looking in, it just looks really nice. Just sat on top of a little hill, purpose-built. Here's the go-kart, which it looks like is outdoors at this point. Was it made indoors at some point? And there's the bungee jumping. I want to go bungee jumping in Gdansk. That's a sentence I never thought I'd utter aloud. I genuinely thought Addons was a peak. But this stadium has everything. It looks beautiful. I mean, in this picture, it looks beautiful. It has some of the best facilities we've ever seen. The Polsat Plus Arena Gdansk. 9.75 out of 10. It's as close to perfection as I think we're going to get. I loved that away day. I don't know if you can tell. Very giddy. I would like to be the first person to express a congratulations to Legia Gdansk, who they might have got relegated in real life from the Polish top division, but they won the away day awards for Park to Prem FM23. I'm sure that's a consolation to their fans. I do want to say just a massive thank you to Nair, who made an amazing spreadsheet that has all the away days scored and the episodes they featured in. So if you want to go back through other away days that weren't in this video, you can find a link to that spreadsheet down in the description. Show them some love. It's a load of work that went into it, and it's kind of fun looking through the full list. This year we did 102 away days, and the plan is to continue them with all future save games going forward. I feel like it's such a fun component to the save game that brings the save to life that little bit more. Let me know what you thought of this video. Would you like to see this at the end of every single series that features a number of away days? Maybe we should keep a global leaderboard across all save games. The issue there is when I revisit stadiums and score them differently, but we don't, that's Future Jack's problem. If you did get to the end of this video, massive thank you for your support on the series. You are one of the hardcore viewers, and I appreciate the support massively. Tomorrow will be the final video of Park to Prem FM23, a season overview one. Hope you guys are excited for it. Until then, take things easy. This has been me, Jack. You've been watching Away Days. I'll see you all again on the next one. I'm out.